Happy morning. I'm Sylvester Korea, Shilu sir.
Happy morning. I'm Romia Korea. Please check the description box to attain a test. Chapter 3, Part 1.
In the last session, we have learned about prepositions and their usages.
Today, we are going to study verb.
A verb is a very important part of any sentence.
It helps us in communication. Let's learn verbs. A verb is a word that denotes being or having or doing something. It says something about a person or thing.
Let's understand the definition. Being. Being tells us what a person or thing is. For example, Gita is a teacher. Your shirt was white. In these sentences, verbs is and was show state of being.
Having. Having shows the possession. For example, I have a storybook. The table has 4 legs. In these two sentences, verbs have and has show possession.
Doing. Doing shows action. For example, Vijaya played tennis. The clock strikes 10. In these two sentences, verbs played and strikes show action.
Verbs are classified into principal verb and modal auxiliary or helping verb. Principal verb is divided into finite verb and non-finite verb. Finite verb has subdivisions such as transitive verb and intransitive verb, whereas non-finite verb has subdivisions such as infinitive, participle, and gerund.
Modal auxiliary or helping verb is divided into primary verbs and modal verbs. Primary verbs are am, is, are, was, were, has, have, had, do, does, did, etc. Modal verbs are may, might, will, should, must, can, could, ought to, used to, etc.
A finite verb is limited by person and number of the subject. For example, the boy is happy. The verb is limited by the subject boy. Here, the subject boy is singular.
The girls are playing. The verb are is limited by the subject girls. Here, the subject girls is plural.
A finite verb is classified into transitive verb and intransitive verb.
Transitive verb. A transitive verb needs an object to complete its meaning or sense. For example, the patient needs medicine. Here the verb needs takes the help of object medicine to complete its meaning.
Rion wrote a letter. Here, verb wrote takes the help of object later to complete its meaning. Intransitive verb. An intransitive verb does not require an object to complete its meaning. It has a complete meaning by itself. For example, the girl smiled. The verb smiled does not need an object to complete its meaning. It itself has a meaning.
Birds fly swiftly. The verb fly does not need an object to complete its meaning. It itself has a meaning.
One doubt. What about the word swiftly?
The word swiftly is an adverb and not an object.
Non-finite verb is not limited by subject, number or person. Non-finite verb does not have any tense form. For example, I like to play. We liked to play. Here, the first sentence is in present tense and the second one is in past tense. But in both the sentences, non-finite verb to play remains the same.
I like playing. We liked playing. Here, the first sentence is in present tense and the second one is in past tense. But in both the sentences, non-finite verb playing remains the same.
Non-finite verb is divided into three categories: infinitive, participle and gerund. Infinitive, to plus base form of the verb such as to go, to climb, to play, etc. For example, we wanted to play cricket.
Not to played.
This hill is too high to climb.
Not to climbed.
To steal is bad.
Not to stole or stolen.
Marika decided to go abroad.
Not to went or gone.
Bare infinitive. Infinitive without to. To is not used after certain verbs like see, hear, make, need, dare, late, bid, etc.
For example, I made him run. I saw them go. He heard her cry. You dare not do it.
Present participles. Verb plus ing. The present participle is a verb-like word that performs the work of an adjective. It always ends in ing. For example, frightening, weeping, planning, etc. I don't like frightening stories. The verb frightening describes the noun stories. It works like an adjective.
We saw a girl weeping. The verb weeping refers to the noun girl. Here weeping works like an adjective.
Past participle. A past participle does the work of a verb as well as that of an adjective. Most of the past participles end in ed, d, t, en or n. For example, broken, injured, dreamt, etc. He has played tennis. Here, word played does the work of verb. I had forgotten about them. Here, word forgotten does the work of verb.
The injured man is crying. Here, the verb injured does the work of an adjective. We saw the broken window. Here, the verb broken does the work of an adjective.
Gerund. A gerund does the work of a verb as well as that of a noun. Gerund always ends in ing. For example, painting, swimming, playing, reading, cooking, etc. Painting is my hobby. Here, the noun painting is a gerund because it is formed from the verb paint by adding ing.
I enjoyed swimming in the river. Here, the noun swimming is a gerund because it is formed from the verb swim by adding ing. Here, we are ending the first part of the chapter 3. In the next session, we will learn about modal auxiliary.
Thank you. See you next time.
Bye bye.